Morning, everybody. Wow, what a busy morning. Good morning, good morning. So sorry, so sorry. Had a bunch of stuff just slamming me before coffee talk, and but we made it, and that's all that matters. So let's pause for a second. Let's raise our cup. And let's just enjoy. Good morning, my friends. We get to sip coffee together. Rise and shine, rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. What is it? On a Wednesday morning, it is the 20th of November. We're knocking on the doorstep of the holidays. Good gravy. I'm Wesh 2, first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. Cloudy start to the day. There's a look outside. Port Canaveral Tower Cam there. Pretty quiet in terms of the radar. Boy, what is happening here? Just a sprinkle or two, and frankly, what you're seeing there, if we switch over, that's all just like second trip echoes. Which, if I was not running super behind, I would be able to go and fix. But anyway, there's a couple of showers here in Polk County. But if we switch over to the Tampa radar, there's a whole bunch of rain there. So we're going to be watching. It looks, though, like the idea of rain definitely set up more south of us than over us. So there was a little bit of a shift overnight in the models. I think this is probably a better vantage point here. Let me just widen it. I'll give you the full state of Florida. And you can clearly see all of that moisture south of us. It's the remnants of Sarah, kind of cold front that has been moving our direction. It all together, bringing with it moisture. It's one of the situations where we got the clouds, didn't necessarily get all of the rain associated. So not a big concern there. Just one of those things. So yeah, too bad. Okay. That said, when we discuss like the overall for Central Florida, understand that what we're discussing for our forecast basically puts us into a situation where the clouds and the moisture are going to bring with it air. This is all associated, my friends, is a beautiful one. That cold front is going to be bringing chances of frost, perhaps in some of our northern spots. It's going to be a big. If you're excited for some winter weather to actually arrive in our area, then I think that you've got a nice treat, and it's all thanks to this weather pattern that's shaping up right now. High temperatures today will roll into the upper range of the 70s. It's not going to be a dramatic shift for today. Tonight into tomorrow, that's where we're going to start to see some changes for Central Florida. And by Friday, especially, holy cannoli. That Friday forecast is going to be something wonderful. That Friday forecast is going to bring a big change. So let's take a look. Let's just set the stage here. Let me dial up our 7-day forecast and let's illustrate this point, okay? So here we go. Starting off with the clouds and some showers to, you know what, let's load the non-sponsored version. Clouds, a few showers today, right? Not too bad. Okay. Then we look ahead to tomorrow. A high temperature, what? 69 degrees. This is soup mode, right? For those of my friends that are like me that love soup season, right? We're going to be going there. Chili mode, soup mode, all of that fun stuff. Yeah, be ready for it. Then we'll wake up on Friday morning to 49 degrees. Are you ready for that? 49 Friday morning, 67 Friday afternoon. We'll get into some of the nitty gritties of this. Don't you worry about it, right? But yeah, y'all, it's the real stuff. It's the real stuff. Winter is here. So before we go too deep into kind of the weeds on this, questions about the 7-day forecast. Brian says rain's pretty much petered out here in Orange City. Yeah, my assistant news director is blowing up my phone, making fun of me because the rain's faded before it got to her house. I get it. Yeah, Matt says we've done it, folks. We survived summer and hurricanes for this weather, and that's true. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about some kind of forecast guidance for today, for tonight, tomorrow. Right. Let's get into the specificity of it all. First off, today's day planner forecast: cloudy skies. Right, a few showers here or there, and then temperatures today climbing into the upper range of the 70s. But watch through sunset tonight. As those temperatures start to drop, you're going to quickly see that temperature drop. 74 7 p.m., 72 9 p.m., and it's going to continue from there. So high temperatures today look like this. Looking good. Average high is 77. We'll do about 78. Then for tomorrow morning, tonight into tomorrow morning, you ready? Right? Upper 50s. Tomorrow morning is when we're going to start to see some of that cooler air sneaking in, right? 57 in Orlando tonight, 53 in Leesburg, 50 degrees in Ocala. Okay, so that's going to be your Thursday morning. What about Thursday afternoon, right? Let's look at this. This is where things start to be noticeably cooler. 69 our high temperature in Orlando, 66 our high temperature in Leesburg, 64 in Palm Coast. Right? Then Friday morning, take a look. Just 49 in Orlando, 43 in Ocala. What about Saturday morning? Saturday morning looks to be, for many spots, the cooler morning. And I spy with my eye 30s in our northern spots. 39 in Ocala, 41 in Leesburg, 45 in the city with all that concrete. But you get just outside of the city and that temperature's going to drop, right? Yeah. Colleen says, don't like it at all. Totally get that. David, awesome. Love that, right? Yeah. Sports talk. Love it. Now I can decorate outside without sweating to death. Yeah, it's funny. I started to see people decorating for the holidays in my neighborhood, which first off, like, the HOA bylaws say, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, look at these next few nights. These are morning low temperatures. I say nights, but remember the temperature drops steadily through the night and it gets to its coldest in the morning. So tomorrow morning, 57, Friday morning, 49, Saturday morning, 45, Sunday morning, 46. Well below average. Not getting to records, but like, y'all, it's going to be the coolest air we have seen since March. I love that. That sucks, Patty says. It's in words. I'm excited, but my Alaska family is visiting and they were hoping for 70s and 80s. Well, but again, the nice thing with Florida weather is if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes, right? Because the 7-day forecast, and I don't know how long your Alaska family's coming, but the 7-day forecast clearly shows the return of the 70s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Terry says, I would take these temps easily instead of a hurricane. You and me both. 100% without question. You and me both. Victoria, yes, all the hoodies. All the hoodies. Yeah, I would agree with that. Joey says, what about Thanksgiving week weather? Well, we've got some of it there. Of course, you want to see more, and I get you. So Gina's asking, are we officially done with hurricane season? So hurricane season doesn't end until the end of November, and we'll look at the models here, but essentially we're quieting down the data on the models. Now, before we do, of course, you're going to make me log in. Because I'm in my car, from the American GFS model, okay? So you've got that temperature. This is just some raw guidance. Notice though, Wednesday, Thursday from 78 to 75. So the GFS is now trying to indicate a cold front coming in right around Thanksgiving. which is exactly what we said would probably be happening. We said that like a month ago in our long-range teleconnection, the BSR. Right? So to that point, we're starting to indicate. So let's do this then. Let's start looking at, let's go back a model run. And notice this is the 00Z of the GFS. Notice Black Friday, the temperature drops from a high of 79 on Thanksgiving to a high of 71 on Black Friday. So the most recent run, the 6Z, brought that temperature back up. But the reason that I'm showing that to you is really just to indicate that there is an indication, there is a hint that a cold front should try to move into Central Florida, kind of somewhere along the lines of Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'm not trying to get your hopes up, but what I would like to do is at least to try the idea of perhaps maybe there's going to be a cold front. Now, I know a couple of you are asking and are going to ask to see the BSR. So give me a few seconds because I'm running Coffee Talk out of WESH. I kind of have to hit a couple of different things, but there. Okay, so that should give you the BSR. Maybe it doesn't. Hold on. Oh, I have to hit this button. There we are. All right. I'm going to run the BSR out of the car. Okay. So there's the BSR, and let's just kind of take a long range, like a teleconnection view, right? All right. So first off, just looking at the weather pattern. Give me a few seconds. All right. All right. So that's a decent cold front coming through. What is that? That is November. Let me just look. Give me 5 seconds. November. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's like Sunday, Monday of next week. So it's decent little cold front. Then there's another one that's yeah, so that's the cold front there, my friends, that is at least being demonstrated to come through around Thanksgiving. So, to that point, I can't promise it, but that's the teleconnection indication of a cold front around Thanksgiving. Now we'll look at the raw models. This is just like a long range teleconnection. All right. High pressure. Then another, it looks like kind of a sloppy front here. So we're definitely, I think the key is that we're definitely watching fronts move in. Now this is an interesting little feature. That's so that's like December 5th, 6th, 7th. December 5th, 6th, 7th. It's indicating like a storm system coming up our direction. 5th, 6th, 7th. So we'll have to watch for that. Kind of highlighting that. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Like a pretty active little pattern storm systems around the Gulf there, right? So interesting stuff. That's the BSR. And then we can take the BSR and run the GFS model through it. And let's just go super, super long range. All right. That's the 22nd. Let's look. That's like the 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah. So I would say early December looks to be fairly busy. That's what it looks like. See, there's that. What are you? 1, 2, 1, 2. That's like the 14th, 15th. December looks to be like a busy little time frame. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the week before Christmas. Getting nice and cool. We're not quite to Christmas, although look at you. That's December 23rd. So right now the BSR would indicate that just before Christmas there's some sort of a Gulf low. So I'm not saying that it's, I always like to say in these situations, guidance, not gospel, right? But for right now, at least, there's some bit of an indication that we may be just before Christmas looking at some sort of a Gulf low. So, saying anything to impact like hurricane season or anything like that, but there's an indication. Okay. And so we use the teleconnections to try and give us keys into the future, eyes into the future, that sort of thing. So interesting. We're just about to the point where we can start trying to work through Christmas. But for right now, Thanksgiving with a front in the area, models are kind of going back and forth on it, but there's an indication. So yeah, my brother, of course, trying to poke the bear. So you're saying a Christmas hurricane. I am not saying a Christmas hurricane, but it looks like there may be a storm system in the area that we'll have to watch. Yeah. Carol, what does a Gulf low mean? A storm system. That's all. At this point, that's all it means is a storm system. All right. So, that's kind of where we're at. Now, of course, that's the long range teleconnection. We can do one better and just kind of eyeball the computer forecast models as they stand locally. So give me a second and I'm going to dial that up. Pressure normalized anomaly. Perfect. All right. So this is going to be a look at the American GFS model, and it's the same American GFS model that we look at for hurricanes and tropical systems and all that fun stuff. Cold front moving through. Obviously, we are very aware of that. Clearing out. High pressure building in, looking fantastic. GFS still wanting to bubble up something out in the Caribbean. I'm not saying it's a hurricane or a tropical system, but some sort of a storm system down there. Then high pressure building in. That's December 7th. By the way, just to go back, that's around Thanksgiving Eve. That's Thanksgiving morning. So it'll be interesting to see if a cold front does in fact move through. Kind of indications are it may. How strong it is where we don't know yet. It looks at the moment like a milder front, but we'll watch. And then there's a decent front there. Big ridge of high pressure coming in behind that for early December. So, um, you know, we're definitely Look, at the end of the day, we're definitely transitioning out of hurricane season. It's very clear on the patterns. It's very clear on the guidance. And I, for one, have absolutely no qualms with that. All right. So in the meantime, we'll watch today's few showers. Thankfully, it's not going to be a significant deal. And then the next couple of days, it's all about getting chilly. Does that work for you? Definitely works for me. Tony acting up. Let's just not even let's not even deal with that. Yeah. All right. All right. So that said, questions, comments, concerns y'all have. Look at that. We made it through with 11 minutes to spare. I love it. While I was in Tennessee last week in short sleeves, now expecting some light snow. Isn't it funny? I mean, the nation itself is definitely starting to change over. And to that point, too, like we can look, let's dial this back up and we'll go back. Let's go to moisture. What is it? Let's go to US. We'll go to global, United States, just like we'll do precip type. So let's do the precip type. And we did this yesterday, kind of dialing in for Thanksgiving travel, right? I mean, there's already some winter precipitation possible up north. You see that? Look at that. Ooh, kind of a sloppy winter little thing coming in later this week even. And high pressure building in. Tuesday. It doesn't look like as big of a winter storm system in the Northeast getting into. That's Wednesday morning, the day before Thanksgiving. That low in the Northeast has trended more and more offshore. So it does not look like, I mean, there may be some snow showers, some flurries in the Northeast, but it's not looking like a big kind of an impact. Look up out west. Look at that. Big old, ooh, God, look at that. Virginia, West Virginia. I spy with my little eye Thanksgiving, the weekend after Thanksgiving. Was that Small Market Saturday or Cyber Set? Ice and snow. Ugh. That's going to be, I mean, we'll watch the trends on that. But December 1st, the very end of November into December 1st, Kaplawi. And then some ice there into Tennessee and Arkansas. Oh boy. We'll see if that plays out. I'm not holding my breath. I also know that I don't have to deal with that. Yeah. Can you do the thermodynamics? I don't want to do any thermodynamics ever again. Did enough of that. I mean, for severe weather, we do thermodynamics. William, I thought it was an impact day. Well, William, I could tell you're late to class. We discussed how the storm system kind of formed a little further south than we thought. There's moisture, but yeah, thankfully, we're just not having to deal with it. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. All right. Listen, y'all have a good one. Okay. I'm going to go right now to the Orlando Science Center. I'm going to go tape the science of it. Excited to go do my fun stuff there. And then, yeah, running around. I've got a bunch of busy day. Busy day. All right. Listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day, would you? Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I'll see you all. I'll probably do a quick reel. I'm not going to be able to do the Coffee Talk in 60 because after this, I have to run down to the Science Center. I'm literally in a parking lot off of Aloma Avenue, like drive it. Yeah. Anyway, so I will see you all. I'll do a reel this afternoon. Okay. Sound good? Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Enjoy the chill that's about to come. Long sleeve weather.